pleasure to walk you through the book launch, introduce you to the delegates that have come all over India. And it's my privilege to talk about the author, Mr. Lakshmi Narayanan. Mr. Lakshmi Narayanan has 24 years of experience in sales and
Good evening,
co-founder
madam.
of Only Success. Mr. Lakshmi is an entrepreneur, established the business in various countries, dealt business with 40 nationalities across the globe. He is also a secretary for India Matters Foundation, a global education and career forum, that is GCCF. His success story featured in many channels and news daily. His book, Sales Success Secrets, talks about 24 years of global experience in sales. Now I take the privilege to introduce the guest. Today we have chief guest Mr. Naveen Mittal, IAS Commissioner, Collegiate Education and Technical Education, Government of Telangana. Welcome you, sir. And also we have four special guests. Mr. Kumar Vale, co-founder Natural Saloons. Welcome you, sir. Ms. Lata Rajan, co-founder Mofai Group. Welcome you, ma'am. And Mr. Sujit Kumar, founder Matran Foundation. Welcome you, sir. And Mr. Olivannan Gopalakrishnan, CEO Emerald Publishers. Welcome you, madam and sirs. Now I request author to brief about the purpose of writing this book and what a reader can expect from this book. I request Mr. Lakshmi Narayan to give a few words, the author.
Yeah, let me take the stage to, first of all, thank all of you to, spend your this holiday in this 1 hour with me actually. So first of all, thank you for that. Actually, I'll also take the time to thank Chief Guest Naveen sir. Though I know he is with this busy schedule, he has made it, and with all the other four wonderful special guests who's going to, because all of them is good speakers too. Actually, they're going to give you a lot of input. So let me also thank them. The purpose of the book is, this book is, talks about my 24 years of sales experience. Okay, this book talks about more on a mindset for sales rather than a technique actually. So I made it such a reference, made it such a manner that it will be a quick reference for anyone for any point of time. Actually. The book goes for 42 chapters and each runs for 3 pages. Okay, and most of the chapter I've explained, with a real life example or with a story so that it stays in your mind for a longer time. I started this for an internal purpose because, I've recorded as an audio and started giving to my people, seeing the success internally, what I could see it in the team. I thought, why don't you make that as a book? That is how the book has been born. So I request you to share your feedback once you go through the book. So once again, I take this opportunity, thank all of you. Special thanks to all the chief guests and welcome everyone who accepted my invitation to spend your valuable time with me. So your blessing on this day means a lot to me. So over to Sampath.
Thank you, Mr. Lakshmi Narayanan. I request the guest to launch the book. If possible, if you have the book, you can just show it, or you can say it officially launched by the chief guest and the special guests.
Thank you all.
Thank you, sirs and madam. Thank you. Thank you so much. And now let me speak about Mr. Naveen Mittal, IS Commissioner, Collegiate Education and Technical Education, Government of Telangana. A brief profile of Mr. Naveen Mittal. Shri Naveen Mittal belongs to a 1996 batch of the Indian Administrative Service and allotted to Telangana cadre. He stood all India third in civil service examinations in 1995. He is a BTech in computer science and engineer from a prestigious Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi. In his 24 years long administrative career, he has held diverse posts like Commissioner of Visakhapatnam Municipal Corporation, Collector of Krishna and Hyderabad District, Special Commissioner in Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation, Commissioner of Information and Public Relations Secretary of Finance, and later Municipal Administration and Urban Development in the state of made his mark in reforming the re-engineering system and process where he has worked. I request Sir to give a few words.
Thank you very much. And first of all, I must congratulate Lakshmi Narayana for bringing this wonderful practitioner's book, I would say, Sales Success Secrets. We don't find too many books by practitioners. I mean, we see a lot of books by academicians. And also, especially in the field of sales, we find mostly the books which are from international authors, which really do not talk about the context in Indian conditions. So I'm really happy that Lakshmi Narayana has put in the effort to write this book and release it for the use of all the practitioners. He has brought in almost 24 years of his career's experience into making this book. One reason why practitioners don't tend to write the book is because being in a practitioner's work itself takes in so much time that one is really exhausted by the time one gets free to. But he has used his free time to, I would say, not just pen his thoughts, but probably record his audios and then convert it into a book form. So that is all the more creditable that he has found time in spite of his busy schedule in wherever he has worked. And I'm sure that this book will be really, really useful for everybody who's related to the field of sales, and especially in the COVID pandemic. One has to really reinvent the way one does the sales because the whole scenario has changed. So I'm sure the practitioners would find this book very useful. And I really wish him all the best in the success of the book, and also give me an opportunity to share some of my thoughts in this book launch. Thank you very much, and best wishes from my side.
Thank you, sir. I would say, just mention that I had a great opportunity to work with sir on one of the projects called GECF for the past 1 year. With his leadership, really grown up. Thanks for with his busy schedule. Sir is in Bihar for election purpose. Still with all his busy schedule. Thanks for making it, sir. Actually, thank you.
Real pleasure and best wishes.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable words. Thank you so much. Next, let me give an intro about Mr. Kumar Vale, co-founder, Natural Saloons. Mr. Kumar Vale, he was launched in 2000. Naturals was launched in 2000. Natural currently operates 390 beauty salons, with 220 of them in Tamil Nadu and 50 each in Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka. Mr. Kumar Vale target now is to create 3,000 saloons, 1,000 women entrepreneurs, and he has created 1,000 women entrepreneurs in 50 jobs by 2020. Mr. Kumar Vale, who took the franchising model after setting up his 54th saloon. Welcome you, sir. We request you to give a few words about the book and Mr. Lakshmi Narayanan.
Probably you have to add up one thing like the new mission is to create 10,000 women entrepreneurs in next few years actually. So by
thank you and thank you, friends, and good evening to each and every one of you. A lot of known friends and few new ones. Thank you for Lakshmi for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this very special discussion panels and idea sharing. First of all, my hearty congratulations for your sales success secrets. I think the coming out with a big book is very, very special because it's like giving birth to a child. It is so special. I have been wanting to write a book now for 10 years, but I'm glad that you have given me the opportunity to write the foreword also and to be a part of the book launch. Couple of points I want to tell about the One pen, one teacher, one child, and one book can change the world. It has got that kind of potential, and that's what Malala articulates so beautifully. So I think these are some of the books which made profound impact in my life. Is a book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I think the title only says everything.
Yeah.
Think and Grow Rich, and that is the book which I got when I was in the just finished the college, and that book is so special to me. It is those kind of little um, inclination towards learning and reading, which makes a person. And you have given almost 25 years in your only success and your career, and you have got there, and you have really now put that not only the your learning, it's not only kept for yourself. Now you are ready to share with the world. Actually, the teacher learns more than the students. I'm sure in writing the book, you would have learned a lot more, not only about the subject, about you also, and your determination and your conviction would be much higher after finishing the birth. And I'm sure that that's going to really take you great heights. One of the point you have touched in your second chapter, which is very close to my heart, which is about the goals. That is the one of the Alice in the Wonderland. The cat will come. The cat will ask, which road should I? Two roads diverged. Which road should I take? And it will ask, where do you want to go? I don't know. If you don't know, any road you can choose. It doesn't matter. And that's what it will say. And then, if you go to a travel agent and ask the travel agent to give a ticket, what can a travel agent do? Unless you are able to tell from where to where and when you want to go, the travel agent will not be able to issue a ticket. If for getting a simple travel ticket is requires that much data, lot of people go through the real life without knowing that, and that is where goals play a very important role. One of the stories which is very close to my heart is about a football match played in Europe. One side is the blue jerseys, another side is the red jerseys, and there were 15,000 spectators assembled to watch the football match. And the referee will blow the whistle and give the ball to them, and the players will start playing. And after some time, the players don't know what is happening, and the spectators also won't know what is happening, because what is missing is there is no goal post. A football match without a goal post is a nightmare. So is a life without a goal. So each and every one of you, and you have put it together in your own very simple style. A lot of people think simple is easy. Simple is not easy. To put something in a very simple style is very important. You can use your English knowledge and put some very fancy words and very words which normal people cannot comprehend. One of the reasons for why Gandhi's my experiment with truth is extremely popular is not only because the life itself is beautiful, it is written in such a simple English language, and that is why everybody is able to connect and read. And your book, I will say, will is a and your book, Sales Success Secrets, is such an example of what is a very simple writing but a powerful writing. In the திருவிளையாடல் உங்களுக்கு வந்து அந்த the simple is not easy. Simple is simple. I think if you are able to understand that, I think we have a lot of things going on for us. The last point I want to tell all the readers are, all leaders are readers. And formal education will make you survive in life. Continuous education will make you a fortune. So a lot of people who have done extremely well in school and college, after that they stopped learning and they get stagnated. And few people who are good in school but also continued their learning, like Lakshmi, can reach great heights. I belong to the other cadre. I did not study in the first half. So second half, we started studying. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I think it's good that all learners are all growing together. It gives each other some kind of strength and some kind of kick to sail through the journey. And now that you have got the book on hand, a lot of people are talking about sales success secrets. In life, success is few simple disciplines. Jim Rohn says beautifully. One of my greatest thing is Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn says so beautifully. He says So, few simple disciplines practiced every day will get you success, and few error and judgments practiced every day will lead you to failure. So success is also will look simple disciplines, but you need to practice every day. It is not when you want to lose a weight, you need to practice every day. When you want to what you call play a sport, you need to play every day. When you want to learn a music, you need to play every day. It is what you that simple discipline practiced every day is the secret of success. Anyone in any field who is want to be successful, that discipline practiced is will take you there. And a lot of people will make extremely very good product, very good services, but the final where the rubber meets the road is the ability to sell. That is where success is nothing but equal to SMS, which is sell more stuff. Everything else is commentary. So a lot of people will keep on talking about success, but finally, are we able to sell that product? That's what is going to be the difference. Here you have now got the product, the sales success, and now is your job to sell more of that product so that you will not only you will benefit, the world will benefit through you. Together, let us build a beautiful India. Thank you so much and best wishes.
Thank you, sir, for making it actually. I know today he has, rather I would say for the past 1 week, he has rather back-to-back launches actually, with this all this timeline, making it is definitely this great thing actually. Thank you, sir. Thanks for your words actually. It means a lot to me. Thanks for this.
You and your family are very special.
Thank you, sir. I know
So,
half
so
you definitely will.
yes. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your words, sir, and knowledge sharing. Next, I welcome Ms. Lata Rajan, co-founder, Mofai Group. She is basically a chartered accountant with a rich experience of 30 years, a co-founder of Mofai, which grew to be one of the largest HR service company in India. Was instrumental in setting up the financial HR process for Mofai, which successfully operated out of 75 offices in India and abroad. The new venture, Mofai Strategic Consultant Private Limited, is focused on consulting and education. The consulting arm works in the domain of HR consulting, legal, and compliance, and also the focus on capability building of SME sector. The education business will, now I request Lata Madam to give a few words about the book and Mr. Lakshmi Narayanan.
Thank you, Sampath, and congrats, Lakshmi. Very, very happy to be here in the launch, and yeah, nice to see a lot of friends in that sense. And yeah, it's really nice. I always love to hold a book in my hands. I think nothing like holding a book. I think I always feel the younger generation is missing out on a lot of these things that way, because I like to feel its weight. I like to, just open the books. I mean, the page, the feel of it, and, putting a bookmark, and, something magical happens when you actually open a book and read. It's like opening to a new world for me, honestly, any book. And this book is also wonderful because it's like a gift which you can always open and open again. A book is always like that way. So thank you for this gift first, that way. And yeah, I think a good book, that way normally we say a good book should be simple. And I think, as Kumar Vale said, I think this is so simple written. Life is not complex. We are complex. Life is simple. And the simple thing is the right thing, honestly. Okay, so, and I think yeah, I think very beautifully this book, I think in very simple words, I think Lakshmi has written many things. In a book, otherwise we need to have the grip factor, they say. Okay, so every chapter you read, there is something, and I can really see, and relating to real life experiences is that grip factor in this book, because it's so very authentic. Honestly, every experience, like, it's when you read it, it's almost like you're experiencing it in that sense. So I think, like, hats off to you, Lakshmi, to have brought that out. I think a lot of us experience things, but to really articulate that is not easy. அது அவ்வளவு அழகா அது வார்த்தைகள்ல எழுதுறது வந்து ஈஸி கிடையாது. So I think like you have done that so well, that way the language, the characters, the stories, the real life incidents, I think all that has come out so beautifully. I think it flows so well in that sense. And yeah, all of us know, like selling, I think there's a research which says that 40% of our lives we keep selling. Okay, right. And I think like even in this book, I think right in the beginning, Lakshmi writes about how a child is selling when he's really, crying for milk. So he's selling his want. He's really making people understand that he wants something. Okay, same way I'm sure like when we tell our child to get up in the morning to study, we are selling our thoughts to them, honestly. Okay, so I think it's part and parcel of us. In my view, I always feel selling is an important part of everybody's core being. Okay, it's not a separate discipline in itself in that sense. And so it's very, very important for us to understand the nuances of it. And I think Lakshmi has really brought out every aspect of selling, be it goals, targets, state of mind, language, words, values, decisions. I think every aspect of sales, I think like you can see it in this book in that sense. I think that's a wonderful thing. And I know how important it is. And especially, I can really say, especially students in tier 2 towns, semi-urban areas, because I've been training a lot of these students in the semi-urban and tier 2 towns for the last few years, and we've been training and placing them. And I know that, like sometimes we assume that, this they will know, but many things students need to know, and it has to be simple for them to understand. Otherwise, many students I see get very overwhelmed. Okay, so I think it's not difficult. And all of us know that in most organizations, entry level jobs are sales jobs that way. Okay, so it is very important and critical, even from the country point of view. I always feel that, we need to really get this right for our students that way. Like every student has to know how to really do this selling as such, because it's part of life. And I think so beautifully. And so, as I said, I think like I like every bit of what Lakshmi has written, but a couple of things I would like to highlight. One thing is about this no failures, only feedback. I remember when I met him also, I said that, that's something which I really love, because I think in our culture, we always never celebrate failure that way. Okay, பையன் சரியா பண்ணலன்னா உடனே அவ்வளவுதான். Like, more than the student, I think the parent gets so upset that way. Okay, I think like in life, I think everything is a learning experience that way. So I think like it's so important for us to really be able to take everything as a feedback. And I think Lakshmi has put that very well in his book. And another thing which I really liked was different strokes for different folks. Okay, so in the concept layer, you need to really understand the customer, because every customer is different. Okay, வீட்ல இருக்கிற மாதிரி தான் each one. Like வீட்ல 5 பேர் இருந்தாங்கன்னா 5 பேர் வித்தியாசமா யோசிப்பாங்க. Okay, so I think the same way it is important when we sell to really understand that world of our customer. Okay, so we always say like put ourselves into their shoes, our empathy or whatever. So I think it is very important. And I think அது ரொம்ப அழகா, I think அந்த NLP ஓட லிங்க் பண்ணி, I think he's spoken about it. I think it's very beautiful that way. And I like another important thing is targeting fun. ஓகே, ஏன்னா நிறைய சேல்ஸ் பீப்புள் நான் பார்த்திருக்கேன், அவங்களுக்கு the word they really are scared of is targets. Okay, I think the targetனாலே I think like ஒரு பயம் தான் that way. Okay, so pressure and stress, all that is associated with that. So I think very beautifully he says that don't call it target. Okay, look at it as your work, so that like when you do it and you have fun out of it that way. Okay, so அது ரொம்ப அழகா இருக்கு, because I think it's very, very important that we don't really straddle ourselves. Okay, அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு வார்த்தைகளோட டார்கெட் அது ரொம்ப கஷ்டம், we can't do it. Most of the sales guys, like they make that look as though it's so difficult that way. Okay, so it's more the way we think, and he says it very well, the mindset of it that way. Okay, so I think, as I said, these are just some glimpses, and I liked this. I loved this part of it. I think, like, may your tribe grow, Lakshmi. I think more you should write more and more, because I think it's not easy, as I think even Mr. Vittal said. I think it's not easy to get practitioners to write that way. Okay, so I think, and out of experiences, when you write, it's really authentic, and it can easily touch whoever's reading. Okay, and especially, as I said, I'm very passionate about the student community actually getting this and reading it as such. I think it's very, very important for them, especially in these challenging times. And I think I'm very happy to launch this, to be part of this, and all the very best. Hope it reaches as many hands and people read and be able to really get the best out of it. Thank you, Lakshmi. All the very best.
Thank you. Really, I must say thanks actually, Payam. The way you put it, even I, though I have written the book, the way I've just been put it is so nice actually. I mean, like, I, I'm able to enjoy more than when I was, I mean, written those topic actually. And I know that you are going through some, with all these challenges, with the current thing, still you made it. It is, means a lot to me. Uh, Thanks a lot. Really, thanks a lot actually. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Lakshmi.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Your explanation was great, and it was, I would say, overwhelming of the experience what you have shared. Thank you so much. And now I request Mr. Sujit Kumar, founder, Matra Foundation. Mr. Sujit is a founder and managing trustee of Matran Foundation, which provides free higher education to meritorious students from the economically weaker students section of the society. He has also won the Pride of Tamil Nadu Award in 2017 for his work with Matran Foundation. So now I request Mr. Sujit to give a few words about the book and about Mr. Lakshmi Narayanan.
Good. Thank you, Sampath. Let me start with this most commonly used word during pandemic times. Am I audible? If I'm audible, yeah. Okay. So that's the feedback. So seldom do you attend a function where you have four good friends. I see Lata Ka here. Such a pleasure seeing you. PDG Olivanan. My good friend Kumar Vale, he just launched his second store. So he is actually called the launchman of India. He launches something every day. So I think I was just telling him during a pandemic time, when you say somebody's starting something new, somebody's launching it, I think that's the biggest news. For example, this is the time when everybody's closing down things.
Yeah, you can. He is a manufacturer of entrepreneurs.
Yeah. So on one end, Kumar Vale has launched a new business, but on the other end, I have not had too many book launches during this period, and I want to congratulate two people. One, of course, the author, Lakshmi Narayan, who's a very, very dear friend. So hearty congratulations, Lakshmi. Like Kumar Vale said, it is like bearing a child, and I had the experience about 7 years back. And who better than Olivanan and Emerald Publishing to publish this lovely book? Okay, because this is a time when not too many publishers are coming forward because we don't know how to market the book and things like that. And I think you are in extremely safe hands. Probably the best in business today. So congratulations to Olivanan sir as well. When I was driving down, I heard Nalini ma'am was also there in the call. I mean, only Olivanan sir can do this. You know, husband in one room, and wife in the other room on the Zoom call. You have ample space here, sir. So congratulations, sir. May you publish many more books. May you encourage many such authors. I think it's fantastic to be here. Lakshmi, to me, I want to just speak a couple of lines about Lakshmi. I've not seen somebody more humble and more simple than Lakshmi. I think that's how I will always remember him. Somebody with absolutely no horns, some very simple things that he has achieved with absolute ease. A man who has a foot on the ground. I think it's really, really fantastic. And when he asked me whether I can be part of this function, I said, why not? I would love to. Because like Lataka said, holding the book in your hand, the first copy when you get it in your hand is an absolute bliss. I'm sure that the photograph which Lakshmi posted on Facebook with some background and the photo and the book alone, I can imagine how much joy that would have created, right? Because this is not something that anybody can do it. Writing a book requires discipline. And when I did this in 2013, there was a knife on my head because I need to write 2 episodes every week for a daily. And that really made me to write a book. I mean, and when that deadline moved away, it has taken another 7 years for me to write even half a book right now. So putting across 24 years of experience, I think it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. A lot of people have said about the simplicity of the book. I think that is what strikes a chord, Lakshmi. I remember this famous conversation between Shashi Tharoor and Sudha Murthy in a particular book launch. When Shashi Tharoor asks Sudha Murthy, I mean, why do you write so simple? And she says, look, the language that you write, only 10% of our countrymen can even read it, right? The moment you say sales books, I can imagine only these large, big size books, right? And we all buy those books from these all bookstores, and seldom do we complete this book. So I just want to look at it from a reader's perspective. And I go back to my college days. When I wanted to be a public speaker, my mentor told me, you have to read. And reading, I never used to enjoy. The first book I picked up was a book called Chicken Soup for the Soul, because it was very simple stories, 100 simple stories written with absolute ease. And what started with that one book, today I have a few thousand books in my library. And even today, after about 20 years of extensive reading, I still find it the most simplest of the books are the easiest to read and remember. So if you are a fan of book reading, they say that the top shelf in the books, in your bookshelf, is always kept for your favorite books. Now, these are books which are not just read and thrown away. These are books which we enjoy, chew, read it multiple times. On the top of the recall, you go to that shelf, you know where exactly those books are. I sincerely believe this is one such book where it will be kept somewhere very, very special. Because I like the simplicity, right? So I wanted to speak about few topics, but Kumar Vale took 2, Lataka took 2, 3. So I'm not going to repeat it, but I think feedback part was brilliant. I also love the part on the values and decisions, right? For a salesman, I think that's absolutely critical. And you have touched a subject, Lakshmi, which many of us are very uncomfortable with. And in the corporate world, today, there's no rocket science that the best CEOs are always been somebody who have been on the sales field. You don't find too many people from HR and whatever. Either it's sales, marketing, or finance. These are guys who speak numbers. They know what target is all about. And these are the guys who make it big. So for a young student, it could be an engineering or an arts and science student who are averse to sales, this book will be like a Bible. Because I'll tell you what struck me. I was able to finish this book in less than 2.5 hours, right? Because for somebody who's new to reading books, the fact that each chapter runs for 10, 15 pages with complicated English, after 2-3 pages, people will drop it off. But whereas this, every chapter, you're able to finish it in less than few minutes. And there are personal incidents, there are personal anecdotes, which is lovely. And I must confess, I didn't start reading the book from the first chapter onwards. I read your personal story. And I never knew that there was other side of Lakshmi, which was absolutely brilliant. Your 900 rupee salary story from Trichy to your BPL days to your first sandwich that you had for dinner. I know for a South Indian, what a sandwich means. Sandwich is always a snack, right? In Rotary, they give you at 7 o'clock and you expect a dinner to come by. And what an incredible journey, Lakshmi. I think it's brilliant. I'm hoping that anybody who reads this book reads your personal story to get awe-inspired. I just want to leave, maybe there are audience, there are others who might want to write a book. I recently became a great fan of another book called Atomic Habits. It's a brilliant book. And there is this concept of a 1% improvement. And we all have to improve 1% every day in whatever we do. And even writing a book is like that. And that's something that I've started practicing. And that's why I'm halfway through my book right now. So it says when you want to write a book, you don't need to get into a resort, close yourself up for 7 days, 10 days. It doesn't work that way. What it requires is a discipline and routine. So which means every day when you read something, if you're able to come and jot down, if you want to write a book, start writing a paragraph. Okay, you don't want to write a paragraph, at least start writing 2 lines every day. The moment you get into this discipline of writing, I think it becomes a habit. And the more and more you write, and for example, it could be a simple Facebook post, but I do take time to write that. And when you start writing and when you start getting feedback, that can be consolidated into a book, right? So I think it's more about improving ourselves every day. And in that way, I think we will churn out a lot of books. Lakshmi, like all others wished you, I just hope you don't just stop with sales success secrets. Maybe start about marketing, start about advertising, start about HR, or anything that you think will be appropriate to an audience. Keep writing. I sincerely hope that this book finds a place in every school and college library, especially in college libraries. I think it'll be very useful because college kids need something very, very simple. And today, authors who can write in simple English are very rare. And in English, there is this term called fog index. Fog index is something which defines the difficulty of the word. If a word has more than 3 syllables, it qualifies as a difficult word. And today, we have authors who can write. I mean, of course, they cater to a different audience. I think this book will cater to somebody who wants to understand what sales is all about. So I think brilliantly done, Lakshmi. I'm super proud of you. Having great to have a friend like you. And I sincerely hope that this book becomes a bestseller. Thanks once again. Congratulations to you and Olivan and Sir again. Yeah, good luck.
Thank you. The person, somebody wants to know, I know for the past 2.5 months, not even a single day on a, so-called holiday, he has enjoyed. He and his family has been put in the time for Matron. And those kids are, for them, he is a god. Pay for them, for their family too, actually. Thanks, Sujit. The words coming, people from your mouth, people like you, it means a lot, actually. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Thank you so much, for your valuable words. Now I invite Mr. Olivan Gopalakrishnan, CEO, Emerald Publishers, to give a publisher's speech. Over to you, sir.
Let me ask the same question what my good friend Sujit asked. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Very much.
Okay.
Yes,
it's really a challenging time for us, not only as a publisher, but also as a speaker. Lakshmi came to me. Lakshmi and I never met, for your kind information. Paakamale Kadal appadinu oru padam vanda madri. We have never met, but we made this book. We produced this book. He contacted me right at the time the world was locked. He said he wanted to bring out a book. நாங்களே வந்து செத்துக்கிட்டு இருக்கிறோம், என்னடா பண்றது? Everything else is open today. Everything else is open except academic institutions, because we publishers depend a lot on academic sales, but nothing was happening. The last 40 years, first time, the prime months, June, July, went without a bill. The time we were publishing பண்ணணும்னு கேட்குறாரு அப்படின்னு சொன்னேன். அப்புறம் சரி எப்படியா தள்ளி விட்டுலான்னு பார்த்தேன். சார் நிறைய பாலிஷிங் ஒர்க்லாம் இருக்கு சார் அப்படின்னா. You tell me who can do that, அப்படின்னா. Then I showed him a person. Then he got it done. Sketches, everything else, I will tell you, it's easy to, Sujit சொன்ன மாதிரி, difficult to write, but as a publisher, I've seen it's easy to write also. But what is very difficult proposition is, practice something what you've preached. It's very difficult. But I have seen in the last 4 months, whatever selling techniques my friend has used to bring out this book, pre-sales also, everything was very well practiced before he has preached through the book. சரி, எல்லாம் முடிஞ்ச ஒரு புக்கு வந்துச்சு. ஒரு சேலஞ்ச் பார்த்தா இப்போ திரும்ப ஒரு சேலஞ்சிங் டைம்ஸ் என்னன்னா, தமிழ்நாட்டில் இருக்கிற ஸ்டால்வார்ட் ஸ்பீக்கர்ஸ் சிகே, லதா, அப்புறம் சுஜித், இவங்கெல்லாம் பேசினதுக்கப்புறம் நீங்கள் பேசணும் சார் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவார். இதை விட நான் இன்னொரு புக்கு கூட பப்ளிஷ் பண்ணிடலாம் சார் அப்படின்னு சொன்னேன். பட் மை ஆர்டிஸ்ட் கங்க்ராச்சுலேஷன்ஸ் டு மை ஃப்ரெண்ட் Lakshmi, because as rightly said by Sujit, the best part of this book is it's very easy to read. That is what is important. I've repeated this many a times because my father has given me this mantra. It's not the content that alone can take it to the readers. It is the manner in which, it's not the matter alone, it's the manner in which the book is written would ultimately, satisfy the customers. So I would say this is the best. Now, when the typescript was submitted to us, I just casually started at around 10 o'clock in the night. Normally, that's not my time to read, but I thought I'll just, go through a few pages and take it up the next morning. But the way he had written, it took about 1.5 hours to complete the whole typescript. The reason is, that's what I said, from the first line to the last line, the author takes you along. As rightly said, you don't need to go A to Z. You can pick up any chapter of your choice. Suppose you have some doubt on something, you can go and look at that. Many things we know already. We would have practiced also, but we would have forgotten. But here our friend Lakshmi has nicely put it across so that it's very easy for us. 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, you get to know some. We quickly in the people off late. I'm spending most of my time in the kitchen. Sometimes I find it very difficult to cut onions. My wife would come, she'll take the knife, chuck, she'll do something. Now you do it. Within a minute, I'll cut the onion. Many a times in our real life situation, business life situations, we may have ready-made solutions, but unfortunately, we ought to sharpen our sword to use it. Actually, that is what I would say, that this is the best forum for us to do it. And every chapter is unique in this book. Lata சொன்னது போல, Sujit சொன்னது போல, he has taken up some of those very complicated stuff and given it so easily with simple anecdotes. Other than what is end of the day is, people don't want to listen to abstract things. If you can make it as a nice capsule and give it to them, they would swallow it. Like giving to children a medicine with sweet honey. He has come out with beautiful anecdotes. Many of them are personal experiences, his own stories. That's what makes this book so easy and readable. In a situation like this, I say, okay, sir, bringing out a book is one part of it, but how are we going to sell it? Because our arms are the distributors and bookshops. Bookshops are not yet open. Distributors பாதி பேர் காணோம், எங்க போயிட்டாங்கன்னு தெரியல. இந்த ஆளா அடிச்சது. So how would we sell this? The online stores also have closed for a long time. Only recently Flipkart and other shops opened. But he said, sir, you can sell through your site. We came out with a pre-publication offer, you, my friends. We're very happy to say that, even before the launch of the book, we were able to sell few hundred copies online. That is primarily because I, as a publisher, I did nothing. From the time I received till the production came out, I would say at every stage, my friend Lakshmi played a wonderful role. That's what I'm trying to say. In this one of the finest chapters, I always love this chapter, knowing and doing. Knowing something is different. At the time of pandemic started, we stopped our maid, cook, everybody. My wife said, if they want, they have to do it by themselves. We have to share ourselves. You can't expect me to do everything. Then I said, what is there? I can do it. I know what is there. You want me to write an article? I can write about how to make vegetable biryani or mutton biryani. She said, my dear husband, knowing something and writing is different and doing is different. Go and try it tomorrow. The next day morning, I first started with a coffee. Coffee is nothing but simply coffee powder, milk, sugar, and water. This four has to be mixed up. That's all. And even till date, I'm finding it very difficult how judiciously it has to be mixed to make it as a good coffee. That means knowing something and doing something, as Gandhi rightly said, if only the difference between our capabilities and what we are doing, if it is narrowed down, most of our problems would be solved. And like this book has got plenty of opportunities for the readers to learn and also to sharpen their skills. I'm so happy to work with Lakshmi Narayanan, because very rarely we get authors of this tribe, because it's loving, because we learn to, in the process. We are not complete. We are, I can't say that I know everything. Nothing. I know very little. But thanks to people like Lakshmi Narayanan, we also learn so many things every day. And I only look forward to him to come out with more such books. As he said, not only on sales, it can be about marketing. More importantly, what we need today is relationship management, how to go about work with people, especially in the COVID times like this. So wish him all the very, very best. And look at that. I said, நாலு ஸ்பீக்கர் எல்லாம் பெரிய பெரிய நாலு என்ன சேர்த்துல நான் அஞ்சாவது ஸ்பீக்கர். மிட்டல், லதா, சிகே, சுஜித் எல்லாருமே 1 hour 1.5 hours பேசக்கூடிய இவங்கெல்லாம் பெரிய பெரிய ஆட்கள் பா அப்படின்னு. How are you going to manage, Lakshmi? You said I'll do it. My actually scheduled time, I was supposed to come to the mic at 6 o'clock, but see that the precise at which he has worked it so meticulously is, and we are well on time, and I congratulate him, because as we said, he talks about how you can plan and do things, but these are the testimony. I would say these are some of those finest examples. You can look at Lakshmi Narayanan and how he is so very well executed. I congratulate his team of members, Sambat, many others whom I met, Ms. Nair, many of them, and his daughter. The daughter also helped to us to promote this book by our little, videos and interviews. So he knows how to use social media so effectively. Congratulations, my friend Lakshmi, and I look forward to working with you more and more such projects. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
I must say thank you, sir, because probably as sir said, he has put it and reframed it such a manner that this guy bothered him more actually. Very often I call him saying how to do this actually during this pandemic time. So thanks for accepting my invitation to publish this book actually. To the person who first find there is something in the book, thank you, sir. Thanks for accepting my proposal to publish. As Sujit said, I know how difficult it is, because we go through, we do program in schools. We know what kind of challenges is right now it is on. Literally, we are almost, doing very, very minor things actually. I know what kind of challenges it is there. With all these challenges, if somebody is accept this proposal to make it, it is definitely a different thing. Thank you, sir. Thanks. And I must also say at this point of time, his team, including Nalini ma'am, for anything and everything, I'll call her actually. And there's one more person which I definitely wanted to mention, Sumaya. So many times I called her also, really supported me to bring this book. So thanks, sir, and this team actually. Thank you. Over to Sampath.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable words. And I'm sure now the overview of the book, what we got is from your words, it's 20%, and we should experience the book. And I'm sure each and everyone are going to experience the book and get the ideas how to sell in a better way. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, all the delegates. Thank you, Vijay, sir, also. And over to Mr. Lakshmi Narayanan.
Yeah. I have a few people here who really helped me before the, it's called pre-launch, or I just wanted to mention a few. One is Mrs. Sriram from Chennai Institute, and the chairman of Chennai Institute, and PC Bala, he is also here actually, and also Srijit. PC Bala, who has published about 5 books. His recent book is Jujp, and Srijit's who has a channel called Wisdom Shots, and also he is in Sony Learning and Development. He heads Sony Learning and Development Software Systems actually. Srijit is also here, and I do have some of the principals from Tamil Nadu and Hyderabad who are part of it. Accepting my invitation. Some of you, even Ajit sir is there, and some of the people also, including Rama ma'am, I mean, like, Kumaran sir was there actually with me, and Ajit sir is there, and Anupama ma'am is there. Praveen from MEM Erode Maharishi is there. Uma ma'am is there actually. And also, I mean, I can keep on mentioning the name. Dinola Murli ma'am was there. Lot of people are here, and some of them, I mean, like, Dr. Nirmala Krishnan is also here actually. I will say, I mean, probably like, Srijit is also here. Srijit would like to say a few words. And Mr. Ramani is also here. He's also, I mean, like, chairman of CI Global. Yes, Srijit.
Hey, hi. Hope you can see me. Yeah. So all the very best, Lakshmi. I'm so happy to see your book finally launched, and amazing speakers. I really loved the session. All the very best. I'm not taking much time. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Lakshmi Narayanan.
Yes, thank you, Ramani sir. Thanks for making it actually. Thank you.
So you believed and you made it happen. I'm very happy about it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And with me, Dr. Nirmala and Dr. Ajit sir was also there. And sir, you wanted to say something, sir?
Yeah, definitely. 1 minute.
Yes, sir, you're audible. Sir.
Yeah. So I was not able to connect because I'm in a village. So I just came out. For everyone, those who are in this session, the very name, only success, Lakshmi Narayanan, what I have saved in my mobile phone. So he sees only success, nothing else. So he has brought out this book in a beautiful way, and it is a need of the hour, rather I could say, because everything is available, but people doesn't know how to market it. So I am very happy that Lakshmi has come out with this book at the appropriate time, and all of the other speakers have spoken about him, and I know him for more than 10 years, if I am right.
Yes,
and I worked with him, and he worked with me in Bhavan Sahajaji Vidyashram, and a wonderful person to be associated with. So my heartfelt congratulations, Lakshmi. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir, actually. Thank you, sir. And I mean,
hello.
like, yes, sir.
Mr. Lakshmi Narayanan.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity for me to take part this book launch.
Thank you, sir.
I would say that 3 Yes. Yes, sales, success, and secrets. I would like to congratulate you on this. I hope that during this pandemic period, though the economy is very in a very crucial position, but I think this book will make a benchmark success.
Thank you.
I have a curious question. Whether this book is an outcome of you based on your experience, sir, field experience. Kindly share your experience.
Yes, sir.
Please.
Yes, sir. The book is based on my experience. It is probably, if you go through that, most of the chapters have narrated what I have handled, how it has been handled actually. So thanks for your question, sir. Actually, I also have Mr. Vijay Nair is here from I mean, like, founder and director of Education Matters and founder of GECF actually. I have an opportunity to work with them for the past 2 years. And Vijay, you would like to say a few words?
Thank you, Lakshmi. Congratulations once more. I normally don't talk, but I can't avoid having to speak on this occasion. Firstly, I must say, I know very few people who handled the pandemic and used the pandemic time very well. And I must say you're one among them. You launched a book. You also mentored your daughter to launch a YouTube channel. So professionally and personally, you have done well. Congratulations. The book, I'm sure, like everybody brought out, is a practitioner's guide. I like Lata ma'am said, I'd like to see this being used in many of the colleges across Tamil Nadu and India. Thank you for this opportunity, and back to you, Lakshmi.
A number of people who accepted my invitation. There were, Mr. Rajendra Prasad, and we do have Vasudha, and a lot of people who have logged in, accepted my invitation. I might have missed quite a number of names. Even is there, and a lot of people are here. I'm sure. Some of them, even one of the person who's rightly messaged me saying I would like to order for our college 10 numbers actually. So thanks for all your blessings and words. And I'll take the uh, time to thank everyone who made this day. I'm sure during holiday, spending 1 hour with me is because it is really great. Because the first when I get the first book, the first copy of the book actually, uh, I put one of the message in the social media saying it feels as if the feel was I was carrying my child on a first time actually. So I felt it and really in that manner, as Lata Madam said, it was so special. I definitely would like to thank. There are a few people who helped me on the, pre-launch. One is Mr. Gopal, Mr. From KPMG Qatar, Mr. PC Bala, the author of GGP, and Mr. Sriram from Chennai Institute. Then Sujit, and I also
message meeting.
So there is quite a number of people who really helped me, and thank all of them. And I'll also thank the chief guest for today, Mr. Naveen Mittal, with all his busy schedule. He made it, and thank you, sir, for making it. And Lata ma'am, seriously, you were. Definitely, I will at least few times I listen what you said because sometimes made me to feel, am I returned to that level? There's sometimes where I always tell people is sometimes what you write, the power of words, that the people how they read, that's also important actually. Ma'am, really thanks for your words. Thank you. With you, I know you have some personal challenges with you made it. Thank you. And also let me thank Mr. Kumar Vale, because quite a number of times when I wanted a support, I reached him actually, and even today is one of the occasion with his all his busy schedule, who's for the past few, launched this second Nama Cafe, 3 o'clock, and Sujit is the chief guest, and both of them with time limitation, made it happen. So thank you, Kumar sir. Sujit, your words means a lot, man, and the person. I didn't know, say so I don't know whether you are aware or not aware, and நம்மளால ஒத்தர படிக்க வைக்கிறதே கஷ்டம். I know he has he made 1,000 people, I would say, instead of people, 1,000 family, given them a life. Giving an education is tomorrow when they study, not only their life, their generation changes actually. You made it happen, man. Really, you are a god actually. Thank you, Sujit. And as I said, Olivan sir, thanks for accepting my proposal to publish this book. Thank you. And Nalini ma'am, even yesterday she was not well. Today I wanted some support. I had some personal challenges today, so I was not able to little, here and there. So I requested her. She helped me out, including today, not only today, including today. And lot of people, because including my parents, the way how they brought up, I would definitely say that thanks for the trust, and my siblings, my children, and my niece and my brother, all these people, mother, my sister, and in-laws, all these people, thank you all. And though I have not mentioned a few, rather I mentioned only few names, thanks each and every one who made today. Your presence, means a lot actually. If you're spending that 1 hour of yours today for me, rather I'll say instead of me, definitely for listen to all the speaker and including me. Thanks a lot. With all your blessings, I will do my best. Thank you all. And also I'd like to thank Sampath, who really made it nicely, the MC today. Thank you all once again. Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, sir.
Hi, Lakshmi.
Yes.
Sorry, Lakshmi.
Hi.
I was too late. I was stuck up in my AOP numbers. I'm really sorry.
Yes, that's okay. Thanks for making it.
Lakshmi.
Yes.
Lakshmi.
Yes, Bhaskaran. Thank you. Thanks.
How are you? Congratulations. Best wishes.
Thanks.
Great job. Okay.
Thanks for
always an inspiration to so many people. Great. Sambar, how are you?
Good, sir. How are you, sir?
Yeah, going well.
Congratulations. Prasad Rao.
Okay.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Yeah, I've been following.
Sir, Lakshmi sir, good evening.
Wonderful.
Sir, thank
Sir,
you.
Krishna Kumar, sir.
Your struggle, you are represented, you are reflected in the book. It's great.
Thanks.
Great. Yeah, it will be useful to several people, I'm
Sir,
sure.
Somebody
It will be very popular.
Somebody wanted to know, Prasad sir, he is sir is an IPS officer and also I will say memory genius actually.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for making it actually.
Namaste.
Lakshmi sir, good evening, sir. Krishna Kumar.
Krishna Kumar sir, thanks for making it. Thank you.
Super. Congratulations, sir. Best wishes, sir. Hi, Sam.
Congratulations,
how are you, Sam?
Lakshmi Narayan. All the very best to you.
Bala sir, thanks for making it. Thank you.
All the very best to you. Writing is an art. Writing is a very stressful job. And I'm glad that you could do this. All the very best. And thanks to your publisher also. Best wishes to your publisher also.
Thank you, sir, because it is coming from an author who already published 5 books.
That is okay. That has got nothing to do with this. That you have gone ahead and done it very passionately. Speaks a lot of a huge volume about what kind of person you are. So all the very best for that.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for that.
Lakshmi sir, good afternoon, good evening. Prabha here. All the best to you. I'm very happy. I'm very sorry I couldn't make it, but in the last 15 minutes I was there. I'm sorry, but all the best to you, sir. Best wishes.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Prabha.
Lakshmi, it was a great show, Lakshmi, and well on time.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
With all your
memorable evening. I would definitely cherish this for a long time. We might have had so many in the past, but this is definitely going to be a special one.
Good evening, Oli sir. Good evening, PDG. Good evening, sir.
Yes. I'm sorry, now face it theriyala.
Krishna Kumar, sir.
Oh, Krishna Kumar. Oh, yes. How are you?
Fine, sir. எப்படி இருக்கீங்க?
ரொம்ப நல்லா இருக்கேன். Where are you now in Chennai?
Chennai தான் சார்.
So super.
So evening walking, so Lakshmi இதை மிக்ஸ் பண்ணக்கூடாதுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு அப்படியே மொபைல்லயே போயிட்டு இருக்கு.
Fantastic.
Thank you, sir.
இன்னைக்கு சீஃப் கெஸ்டே வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா கார்ல டிரைவ் பண்ணிட்டே பேசினார். ரொம்ப நல்லா இருந்தது எனக்கு. It was quite exciting actually. Look at how
நீங்க இருக்கீங்க, மிஸ்டர் சுஜித் இருக்காரு, எங்களுடைய இனிய நண்பர் லட்சுமியோட இது, அதனால வராம இருக்க முடியாது.
So sweet of you, Krishna. So sweet of you.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye.